She stood by him for 8 years, but he repaid her by calling her Barren, bringing another woman home and celebrating like she was the problem. He was wrong, and the hospital proved it. This is what happened when the truth finally came out. For 8 years, she cried alone at 3 a.m. while her husband slept peacefully beside her. For 8 years, his mother looked at her like she was a failed investment. For 8 years, she fasted, she prayed, she begged God to fix what was wrong with her. And then one day, a doctor looked her in the eyes and told her something that shattered everything. There was never anything wrong with her, not one single thing. So the question is, if she was never the problem, then what exactly had this family been blaming her for all along? Stay with me, because what this doctor found next destroyed Peter's entire world in ways he never saw coming. Her name is Osinachi, and this is her story. If you saw their house from outside, you would think this family had everything. A stunning duplex in Maitama, Abuja, the kind of house that makes people slow down when they drive past. Manicured lawn, a sleek black Range Rover at the gate, a security man standing at attention. Inside, marble floors, smart TV, fresh flowers on the dining table. Osinachi is 32, gorgeous, warm eyes, natural hair. She is setting the dinner table when the front door opens. Peter walks in, tall, broad, tailored suit, the kind of man who looks like success. But he doesn't greet her. He walks straight past her, loosens his tie, drops onto the couch, and picks up his phone. Osinachi smiles, the kind of smile a woman practices until it looks real. "Welcome home, baby. I made your favorite, ofilanukpu with pounded yam." Peter scrolls, doesn't look up. "I'm not hungry." Osinachi turns quietly and walks back to the kitchen. She places the lid back on the pot, leans against the counter, closes her eyes. This is not a bad night. This is just Tuesday. Their wedding day was one of the most beautiful Abuja had seen that year. They danced, they laughed, everyone cheered. Then year 1 came, pregnancy test, negative. She told herself it was fine. They were still young. It would happen. Year 2, a fertility clinic. Osinachi asked questions. Peter sat beside her checking his phone, already convinced this was her problem to solve. Year 3, Peter's mother visited. She sat in their living room and looked at Osinachi the way you look at something that isn't working. The message was clear. A woman who cannot give her husband children has failed. Osinachi smiled and poured her more juice. Year 5, she was waking up at 3 a.m., kneeling on the cold bedroom floor, crying so quietly her shoulders shook, but Peter heard nothing. Year 6, Peter started coming home late, with a perfume that wasn't Osinachi's. Year 7, they sat at the same breakfast table every morning and barely spoke. 8 years, and everything is about to explode. It starts with something small and accidental. Osinachi is folding clothes when her elbow catches the bedside table. Peter's second phone, yes, he has a second phone, falls and lands face up. The screen lights up with a message. "Baby, the doctor confirmed it. I'm 8 weeks pregnant. You're going to be a daddy." Osinachi goes completely still. She reads it once, reads it again. The words don't change. She sits down slowly on the edge of the bed. She doesn't cry. She just sits there and feels the strange, terrible sensation of something she already knew deep inside finally being confirmed. She waits 2 days before she says anything. She wants to be ready. 2 days later, Peter is at the dinner table, cutting his chicken with the calm energy of a man who has rehearsed this moment and decided it will go his way. "Osinachi, we need to talk." She sets down her fork. "Okay, Sarah is pregnant." She picks up her fork, sets it back down, very carefully. "Who is Sarah?" "She's someone I've been seeing." "How long?" "Osinachi." "How long, Peter?" A pause. 2 years. 2 years. Not a mistake. Not a moment of weakness, a decision he made and maintained for 730 days while Osinachi cooked his food, prayed for their marriage, and smiled at his mother. Peter continues in a businesslike voice. He wants to bring Sarah into the house as a second wife. His family supports it. It is their culture, he says. A man needs children. And that word, culture, cracks something open in Osinachi. She stands up. Don't use culture to explain this, Peter." Peter stands too. His voice rises. "Then what do you want me to say? You cannot give me children. What kind of man has no son?" Osinachi looks at him. Her voice drops to almost a whisper. "The kind of marriage where I stood by you through your job loss in 2019, through your mother's hospital bills, through every hot season. I was there, Peter, every single time." She picks up her bag. "I'm going to my sister's. Think carefully about what you're choosing." She walks to the door. It doesn't slam. It closes with a quiet click, and somehow that quiet click is more devastating than any slam. The next morning, Osinachi is sitting across from her best friend Priscilla. She is holding a cup of tea she hasn't touched. She tells Priscilla everything. Priscilla listens. Then she asks one question very carefully. "In 8 years, did Peter ever get properly tested?" Osinachi blinks. "We did tests years ago. I'm asking about Peter specifically. Did he personally sit in a doctor's office and do a full male fertility test?" Silence. "He said he didn't need to. He said in his family, men don't."
Go to Cedar Crest Hospital. Ask for Dr. Okonkwo. Do a complete fertility panel. Everything. Priscilla, what does it even matter now? It matters because the truth always matters, especially when someone has been using a lie to destroy you. Go.
While Osinachi is quietly preparing to find the truth, Peter is on a rooftop bar in Abuja celebrating. Drinks flowing, music playing. His friend Kelechi slaps him on the back. Guy, you're going to be a father. I told you that woman was the problem all along. Peter raises his glass. My people, a man must do what a man must do. Across the table, his friend Tony is not laughing. He takes a slow sip of his drink and says nothing, but his eyes say everything. Cedar Crest Hospital. Clean, modern, professional. Osinachi sits across from Dr. Okonkwo, a calm man with the rare ability to make patients feel like full human beings. He listens to her history. He notices quietly that there are no male fertility results anywhere in her file. 1 week later, she is back in the same chair. Dr. Okonkwo opens the file and tells her that her tubes are clear, her hormones are normal, her eggs are healthy. Then he leans forward and says the words that will change everything. Osinachi, there is absolutely nothing wrong with you. You are completely fertile. If there has been difficulty conceiving in your marriage, the issue was not coming from your side. 1 tear runs down Osinachi's face, just one, but it carries 8 years of shame that was never hers. 8 years of midnight prayers asking God to fix something in her that was never broken. 8 years of a mother-in-law's cold eyes. 8 years of a husband who looked at her like a disappointment. All of it, every single pound of it, was built on a lie. 3 days later, Osinachi walks back into the house. Peter is on a video call with Sarah, laughing, relaxed, watching her rub her barely showing belly. He ends the call smiling. He turns around, and Osinachi is standing in the middle of the living room. He wasn't expecting her. Osinachi, I didn't know you were. Sit down, Peter. He sits. She places a brown envelope on the coffee table between them, Cedar Crest Hospital letterhead at the top. She doesn't open it, she just lets it sit there. Then she speaks. She tells him about 8 years of kneeling on church floors, prayer houses, every specialist she visited alone, every family gathering where his mother looked at her like a broken appliance, every moment she walked through with his name attached to her shame. You called me Barren, Peter. You brought another woman into our lives and celebrated it like you had won something. Peter's jaw is tight. There is nothing wrong with me. The color drains from his face. My tubes are clear, my hormones are perfect, my eggs are healthy. The doctor ran the test twice. I am completely fertile. Peter opens his mouth, closes it. So explain to me, if I was never the problem, what exactly have we been suffering about for 8 years? Long silence. Sarah is pregnant, he starts. Yes, she is. Osinachi holds his gaze. And there is a condition called male infertility, where a man's count or motility is compromised. It can come and go, or, she pauses, or Sarah's baby is not yours. Peter explodes out of his chair. How dare you? Osinachi doesn't flinch, doesn't step back. Then get tested, Peter, today. Walk into Cedar Crest right now and do a full male fertility panel. If your results come back normal, I will never say another word. Peter is breathing hard. The room waits. He doesn't move, and that stillness answers everything. The next morning, Peter goes to Cedar Crest alone. He tells nobody. 2 weeks later, he is back in the consultation chair. Dr. Okonkwo opens the file and speaks carefully. Peter's sperm count is significantly low. His motility is severely compromised. The probability of him naturally fathering a child is very low. And looking at both results together, his and Osinachi's, the inability to conceive over 8 years was almost certainly coming from Peter's side. Peter stares at the table. He stands up abruptly. I need some air. In the hospital corridor, he leans against the wall. Nurses walk past. A trolley rolls by. The world continues. Peter stands in the middle of it all, and something that has been standing tall and certain for 8 years quietly collapses. Because if he couldn't naturally father a child, then Sarah's baby. Peter drives to Wuse 2 that same evening. Sarah opens the door, surprised to find him there looking unraveled, nothing like the man she knows. Baby, what's wrong? I need a DNA test. Sarah freezes. Every bit of warmth drains from her face. Peter explains as steadily as he can. He got medical results. He just needs a prenatal DNA test to confirm. Are you standing at my door calling me a liar? I'm not calling you anything. I just need... Get out of my house, Peter. Peter looks at her for a long, quiet moment, and in that moment he doesn't need the test anymore. Her reaction just gave him his answer. Peter ends up at his sister Neka's house that night. She opens the door, looks at his face, and steps aside without a word. He tells her everything. When he finishes, she is quiet. Then she looks at him. Peter, do you understand what you have done to that woman? He stares at the floor. Osinachi sat in this family for 8 years while Mama humiliated her, while your friends laughed at her, while you treated her like she was the defective one. You allowed all of it, and all along, it was you.
I didn't know. That is not enough. Not knowing doesn't undo what you did. Go and apologize to that woman. A real apology, not a text, not a phone call. And whatever she decides after that, you accept it. They meet the next evening in a quiet garden near Asokuro. Peter is there first. He stands when she arrives. He tells her everything. The results, Sarah's reaction, all of it. No spinning, no softening, just the plain truth, which is more than he has given her in years. Osinachi listens without saying a word. When he finishes, she speaks. The hardest part was never the pain, Peter. The hardest part was your certainty. You were so completely sure it was me. 8 years and you never once turned the question around. That certainty cost me everything. My peace, my name in your family, years I will never get back. Then he gives her the apology that has been 8 years in arriving. He doesn't rush it, doesn't qualify it, doesn't follow it with any requests. He says he is sorry for every year she carried something that was never hers, for every night she cried, for every insult he allowed, for every celebration he threw while she was quietly breaking. Osinachi looks at the trees in the evening light. I'm not going to tell you I forgive you today. I need time. I understand. But I want you to know one thing. She looks at him. I am not broken. I never was. And I'm going to be just fine. 3 months later, Osinachi has a new office. Her name is on the door. The morning Priscilla bursts in announcing that the Maitama Hotel renovation contract belongs to Osinachi. She laughs so hard that real tears come. The good kind. Peter is in a doctor's office on the other side of the city, beginning treatment, quietly, alone, the way it should be. And Osinachi, in her new apartment, smaller than the Maitama house, but fully hers, opens her laptop at night and designs. She has a client presentation in the morning, a business that is growing faster than she planned. She is smiling, not the practice smile from the beginning, a real one, the kind that starts in your chest before it reaches your face. They called her Barren. They made her kneel in prayer houses, begging God to fix something in her that was never broken. They celebrated a replacement and called it culture. They made her small for 8 years. But here is what Osinachi learned. The loudest accusations are often just someone's terror of looking inward. And the truth doesn't need anyone to believe it, defend it, or fight for it. It just needs time. And when it surfaces, it changes everything.